Xtreme. Shit we see, extreme. Wanna know about corruption? Well, listen to what I see. An algorithmic money making, taking, fucking scheme. And if you let it, you'll get it. They'll gut you till you bleed. A lot of y'all get fucked by the bucket, yet you think it's free. Yeah, it's me. We are team Xtreme.
Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up, Xtreme Gainz family? I'm Chuck, and this is Xtreme Gainz. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is or ever will be financial advice. Please do not take it as such. Today is Sunday, March 19th, 2023, and this is my AMC, GME, and SPY weekly update and preparation video where I go over everything that I am personally looking at and looking for with all three tickers moving into this upcoming week. I'm going to do that by going over my intra-week snake algo method and some technical levels and setups. So with all of that said, let's dig in. Real quick announcement, I am going to be live here this week. I'm still not over this chest or respiratory infection, but I do think I'm going to be able to go through with it this week. So go ahead and plan on that. Plan on coming by Wednesday this week to the YouTube channel here and or the Twitch channel starting at 9 a.m. Eastern until market close this Wednesday for Fed Day, where the Fed will be imploding or exploding the market, one of the two here on Wednesday. So it should be a pretty interesting live stream on Wednesday. I hope to see you all then. Other than that, I have no other announcements, so let's go ahead and dive into the charts. Currently on your screen is AMC and my current intra-week snakes. AMC finished the day on Friday, regular trading hours, down 4.78% and then up 0.96% in after hours, ending the week trading at 422. The current set of intra-week snakes read the day prior to the previous divergence from and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake blew the day of that same divergence, both of which have somewhat been fulfilling their projections now for 11 consecutive weeks. Here is the red day prior to. You can see last week, no exception, the continued fulfillment of it, where price action is located within it, and what the upcoming projection would be from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Blue the day of shows a little bit of a different projection here moving forward. You can see the continued fulfillment of it throughout all of last week as well, and the location of price action within it, and what the upcoming projection would be from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Here's a look at both of them, where they have been alike and where they are now different moving forward. Then from a technical perspective, very cut and dry here. AMC sitting in a potential bottom. I have a macro reverse third sitting in here. If this third location is correct, then this is the bottom for AMC. So I am frameworking that with a support to downside, neckline to upside setup right now. So in that scenario, if price action were to breach that neckline back upside, the neckline is at 453. The next level up I'll be looking at will be 493, followed by 530, followed by $555, and then 625. Then to the downside, if critical support were to breach and this were to invalidate this as a reverse third location, the next level down I will be looking at will be this previous critical support over here at 380. A breach of 380, and that would be below the macro ascending level of support here that you see in blue. The next level down would be clear down here at around 255 at the macro descending wedge support from this gigantic macro descending wedge that AMC has been in since back here in May and June of 2021. That is everything that I am looking at with AMC. Up next is GME. GME finished the day on Friday, regular trading hours, down 0.95% and then down an additional 0.24% in after hours, ending the week trading at 1656. The current intra-week snake is on the screen. It has been fulfilling its projection now for 4 consecutive weeks. You can see the continued fulfillment of it here on the screen all of last week, the location of price action within it, and what the upcoming projection would be from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. From a technical perspective, same exact setup here on GME as on AMC. Looking at this reverse third location in here internally and this potential for being the bottom and a move back upside, I have frameworked it in with a critical level of support to downside, neckline to upside, just like AMC. So to the upside, the levels that I will be looking at, that neckline is at 1678, followed by 1761, followed by $19, followed by 2025. Then to the downside, critical support is at 1565. A breach of 1565, the next level down I'll be looking at will be 1465, and then below that I would have to go seek another level. But other than that, that is everything that I am looking at with GME. Last but not least is SPY. SPY finished the day on Friday, regular trading hours, down 1.55% and then up 0.28% in after hours, ending the week trading at 391.09. The current set of intra-week snakes are on the screen. Red, the day prior to the previous divergence from and completion of fulfillment of the previous intra-week snake, and blue is the day of that same divergence. Blue had been the most accurate leading down into this bottom, fulfilling its projection for 4 consecutive weeks. You can see that we did follow this down in here, and then we diverted to the upside away from it in this position. Now, there's a couple different ways of potentially looking at this, one of which is looking at it in more of a compressed position like this, therefore seeing that bottom being mirrored and then the continued fulfillment throughout. And if that were the case, you can see what the upcoming projection would be from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Or to keep it right here in the position that I had originally had it in and looking at that bottom as being mirrored right here and a potential convergence back with it. If that were the case, you can see the continued projection from it there if it were to converge back with it. Or to mirror this, since that bottom had mirrored, and place it in the mirrored position. And if that were the case, it would be very similar to what I just showed you, just a little bit opposite as far as the initial movement here. The initial on the other side was upside, this one was downside, and then we get consolidation from that point on. Right here around this bottom consolidation level that I'm about to go over in the technical setup. So that's the day prior to. The day of divergence. The day prior to is the red one here. It likewise has been fulfilling its projection now for just under 4 weeks. It did not overlap back in as far as the day of, but you can see the continued fulfillment of it. This one here was projecting this macro double-double formation and then a move back upside, and we have continued to fulfill that throughout. You can see the continued fulfillment of it throughout all of last week, the location of price action within it, and what the upcoming projection would be from it if price action were to continue to fulfill it. Then from a technical perspective, looking at this very similarly to AMC and GME, a bottom scenario framework with a neckline to upside, critical support to downside, bottom build out area right here. So if that were the case, it is currently sitting on an internal reverse third. The macro reverse third was down here that provided that double bottom bounce back upside, and then an internal in here is providing this bounce that we saw at the end of day on Friday. So if that were to move back upside in the form of this macro double-double that I just showed you from the day prior to intra-week snake, the first level back upside I'll be looking at will be 392. A breach of 392, I'll be looking for price action to cover the distance between that and the macro ascending level of support that you see in blue here that provided resistance here last week at around 397.50. Then a breach of that, and I'll be looking for it to cover the distance between there and 411.25 pretty directly. A breach of 411.25. The next level up I'll be looking at will be 419. However, to the downside, if it were to reject off of 392 back downside, the first level of support I'll be looking at will be 387.75, followed by 384, and then a breach underneath 384. The next level down I'll be looking at will be 378. My friends, my family, that is everything that I have that I am personally looking at with all three tickers moving into this upcoming week. And that's everything I have for the video. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you all very much. I greatly appreciate it. Good luck in the markets this week. I hope you all make some extreme gains for yourselves. Don't forget, live stream on Wednesday. I am going to be doing that, so hopefully I see you all there. For those of you that do not show up Wednesday, good luck this week. The rest of y'all, I'll talk to you on Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday fun day, and I'll talk to you all on the next one. Later.